Daniel Ventura here,
And Lynn Ventura.
and in this video, we're going to be talking about the number one reason of communication breakdown. Now, you've heard the term communication is key, which it is. However, listening is very, very important, right? Very, very important. If you don't listen to what people are saying, the communication breaks down right there, right? Because a lot of times you know you're not paying attention, and when it's time for you to speak, you're going to speak, and you probably didn't hear what the other person had to say, right? So in this video, besides giving you the number one reason of communication breakdown, we want to give you some tips that has helped us with communication breakdown, because we know, right? So what are some of your tips you would share with them?
Well, this is what I noticed. For me, when someone's talking, I'm trying to think, what am I going to say next? So, the number one tip is don't think about what you're going to say. Be in the moment. Listen with your ears presently. Don't think, oh, what am I going to say? How do I look? Am I going to sound stupid? Yeah, so be in the present. And when Daniel just started doing when he opened, I was already thinking, what am I gonna say? So that's how you have to come is be in the moment.
you, you know be aware of your facial expressions, right? A lot of times, like how she was mentioning, if you're in your head and you're not agreeing or you're disagreeing with that person, sometimes it's going to show up on your face, right? You're like, right? And if they're saying something you disagree, and that you get that flinch in your face, like, people, they can tell, right? So, that right there is a big obvious tip on what not to do. Just be, listening. Just lean in, listen, and nod your head, right? And keep all judgment out. And like Glenn was saying, listen with your ears, listen with your heart. Because sometimes if you listen with your mind, right, you're already prejudging, and I'm telling you, you're not going to hear what the other person is saying.
The other thing is make eye contact. When you have eye contact with the other person, you are really listening and hearing the message that they need to tell you and receiving it openly, right? Because when you don't make eye contact and you're just like, looking around, they won't, the other person that's speaking, they're gonna know that you're not interested. So make visual eye contact and don't make it so awkward where you're like, you know? So yeah, make visual eye contact, have that warm feeling towards them with an open heart.
Yeah, a lot of times, like if there's people around you, right? Not too sure if you can see my hands, but if there's like people around you, right? Sometimes we can get distracted, and we're like, wait, what's going on? And you're not being present in the moment. So, communication is key. However, it's the listening that is very, very important. You have any other tips before we close out this video here on communication?
Other thing I've noticed about myself is if you didn't understand or hear the whole thing, ask them to repeat it. Don't be quiet and just and make them think that you heard everything. Ask them a question so that they know that you're really listening. Cuz sometimes that's a habit of mine. I won't hear the very end of it and I'll be like, "Okay, yeah." So remember, when you're communicating, listen to the whole message. That's all I have.
Yeah, huge, huge tip there. A lot of times, if I'm on the phone and there's like a drop call, or the person might be in an area where um, you can't hear them, right? Ask them, right? Ask them like, "Hey, what did you say?" And it's the same thing as asking them if they're sitting in front of you. If you get distracted, you just let them know. You know what? I just got distracted. What did you say? And lean in again, right? So, anyways, other than that, hope these tips have helped you. Hey, if you got a tip that it works for you, go ahead and comment below, because we want to know. All right. So, other than that, you guys have an awesome day.